Wesley, Hikaru, the final match is over. Congratulations, Wesley, on your victory. But first of all, about the games. The first one was very eventful. Would you like to start? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I think obviously I didn't have much energy and I didn't really play all that great today. I mean, the first game, I mean, it's strange the way the match went because Wesley should have probably won this first game and the second game is much different. But, I mean, at some point in the middle game, he took this winning position, made a couple of inaccuracies, and then probably at one point I was winning, but okay, I mean, yeah, just one of those days. The second game, I mean, I just made a one-move blunder. But already in the second game, I had some feeling that there was a pretty good chance I was going to make a blunder somewhere. Like I had this feeling, and so I just sort of, I mean, I started moving quickly throughout. Yeah, I mean, obviously Wesley spotted one of several wins after this terrible C6 move, but yeah, it just wasn't meant to be. That simple.
Wesley?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to give all glory to Jesus for letting me win this tournament. Also, I'd like to congratulate Hikaru, who's a very tough opponent, and congratulations for qualifying the candidates, which is the most important prize, and also for getting your form back, getting 23 rating points in 2 tournaments is very impressive, of course. And yeah, very happy today. I think, yeah, the games were interesting, obviously, coming today. Hikaru is the favorite, but he also played for 2 days in the RCC. So I was actually watching your game against Nodirbek yesterday, and I was hoping Hikaru wins, so he played a couple more hours.
But rooting for him, yes?
Yeah, I was rooting for him. Also on Saturday, I was rooting for him to qualify so that he'll play again on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, the first game was interesting. Hikaru surprised me with this bishop c4. Then I just played c6. It's an interesting line. And then I was winning and then made a blunder. I missed this queen g1 idea after rook d2. And then after that, I looked at my clock. I had 2 minutes. And then the knight came on d6 and f5, and it was anyone's game. And I think Hikaru was winning at 1 point. I'm sure the engines would tell you. But I was very fortunate in the end to have, like after h4, rook g8, g4, queen g4, fg4, knight g4, king h1, knight f2, I make a draw. So that's what's nice. In the second game, just wanna try some small idea in the Berlin, and Hikaru surprised me at 98. I mean, bishop f6 mainline, but 98 I think Hikaru's played before. Now I was trying to remember some of my analysis, but Hikaru didn't just play the solid line, and maybe black is very close to equality, and then on move 23, he offered me a draw and equal position, and I probably would have accepted, but fortunately there's this 30 move no draw offer rule. So yeah, I was quite lucky in the end. And I had a double pawns on d5. Black had probably several ways to equalize. I mean, he could have kept queens on the board. Also, instead of knight d7, might be knight e4, and then after rook e4, queen g5 or something, and the black is threatening f5, queen h4. This looks completely fine for black also. But the game wasn't hoping for anything with my double pawns. But somehow, when my knight got to f6, his rook got a bit stuck, and I decided to play. And then, of course, c6 was just a big blunder. I didn't even spot the winning move for a minute. And when I spotted, I thought c6 was brilliant at first because threatening bishop d8, and then I was like, I was gonna play f4, and then I was like, hey, bishop e5 just wins a piece. That's crazy. But I think yeah, this is a 13th day of tournament, and we're both quite tired, so the level of game today wasn't very high.
Yeah, but still, what this victory means for you? Of course, you cannot qualify for the candidates from this event, but
Yeah.
still, I mean, it's a victory.
Yeah, so that's the most important thing. Well, at least I played in the candidates once in my career, 2018. Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, it's nice to win a tournament, but of course I played in the Grand Prix to try to qualify, but things didn't go my way. Like, in the first leg, I had +2, and still didn't make it. Actually, I was winning the last game, so I could have gotten +3. But it simply wasn't meant to be, and that's life, that's just. But I'm only 28, so I'm hoping that next year or a couple years from now, I get the chance to play in candidates, because I think it's nice to play in the candidates. But the last time I played, I was very inexperienced, and I finished second to last. And so I think if you qualify for candidates, you have to be ready to fight for first place, because if you play and you just finish 7th or 8th place, then it's quite pointless. But I think Hikaru might have good chances also this year.
So, Hikaru, are you ready to fight for the first place in the candidates? What are your thoughts about the future?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can finally start thinking about it seriously. Yeah, it's going to be a fun tournament. We'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, a lot of strong players, some players who haven't even played in a very long time. So, yeah, you just take it one game at a time, try to be positive, and hopefully good things happen.
Yeah, and about this event, I mean, just a question like, how do you feel about, let's say, second place in the Grand Prix event overall, and what do you think about your play in this event in Grand Prix?
I mean, okay, it's very strange. I mean, I think this Grand Prix series is certainly a little bit weird. I mean, I remember maybe 3 years ago, whenever it was, I played in it. I think the first result I had a great result. It was 3 of 4, and then second one I had a terrible event, so I had nothing to play for in the third one. And I think for a lot of players, I mean, you hit this final event and there's nothing to play for, which makes it kind of strange, or at least, I mean, most players, except for a few. And then, yeah, it was just weird the last couple of days. But, I mean, Wesley played well. I mean, he kept it together when he had to, especially in the match against Amin, and then today as well. So, very deserving winner. Yeah, it's obviously great. Disappointing to finish this way, but as I said, I mean, I was kind of out of gas by the end of this turn. I think we both were, and yeah, I think the play today was not all that great from either of us, to be quite honest.
Okay. Thank you very much. And there are questions from journalists.
Yeah, mein Jürgen Boskern from Schach Aktiv. I have 2 questions, one for you, Mr. So, and one for Mr. Hikaru Nakamura. First of all, congratulations, Wesley, for your win. Maybe you remember some days ago, I asked you for the 4 historic and best chess player in the States, and you give a little nice answer. The 4th place, you mentioned Fischer, Brzezinski, was very surprising. The 3rd one, Morphy, and the 4th place, did you know that you made this 4th place?
Well, the problem is many people want to live in the US, so they're a lot of immigrants. So, like, I mean, I can't really consider Levon yet. I mean, he just switched a few months ago. So, I mean, I think he needs some time. Also, Lanier, I mean, needs some time. But I think the 4th guy be Fabiano because he was a World Championship challenger and he was born in the US. So, I think it's well deserved, and maybe 5th spot, Hikaru and I will be fighting for it.
Last question for you. You follow the live ELO writing list because you have some chances. I don't know, you play some tournaments until May?
No, yeah, I mean, I don't really care at this point. I mean, I don't feel like I deserve to be in the candidates the way I played here. I mean, the way I played in the Grand Prix. But I think it was also my mistake. Like, maybe in the future years, I will also play in the World Cup and try to increase my chances to qualify there. The thing is, Ding Liren is like 25, 30 points higher, or maybe even more now. So there's really no chance. But I personally don't really care. But yeah, I mean, also Levon, I think, is very deserving. But we'll see what happens. But in any case, I think if they can't put Sergei Karyakin back, which I hope he doesn't, if they cannot put him back, then I think Ding Liren will get it. Like, he has all these weird tournaments in China, but in any case, I think he's very strong. And I don't think it's his fault that he wasn't able to travel for the last couple of years. So.
Thank you very much. And my last question goes to Hikaru. First of all, congratulations to the 1st place in the whole Grand Prix series. This was a real big comeback. I was there here in the first tournament. But I wrote from first article, we see a new Hikaru, yeah, professional streamer that is able to entertain the chess world, I would say. Many reporters praise your defensive skills, but my question goes to yesterday, unfortunately. You have so many followers in your streams. But did you not think about the short draw, what you make yesterday, that you have a little bit responsibility for the people here in Berlin to watch and pay money and come sometimes from far away? Did you feel not a little bit guilty?
Maybe they traveled 30 hours.
No, but I mean, I'll just answer that very simply. I mean, I think it's on World Chess and FIDE to have a better format. I mean, I think it's that simple because the fact is, If you look at the first event, for example, where I played with Levon, I mean, there was always, it was there was a lot of tension. There were no quick draws. I mean, it's on the organizers to come up with a format that makes sense. Because by the semifinals, even, I mean, if to be honest, I wasn't even really studying chess because there was nothing really to do. I mean, I just show up and I try to make some draws, and that's that. Because already the main thing everybody's playing for is to qualify. And so, I mean, I think you can say that it's on the players, but I mean, I could also say the other way. If the first game Wesley played something that objectively can lead to a draw instantly as well. So I think it's on the organizers and not the players. That's plain and simple how I would put it. The organizers have to have a better format.
Yeah, I must also add that that's the nature of the game. Like, majority of chess games really end in draws, and if there's a way to eliminate draws and just have decisive rolls every single game, I must say that I'm all for that. But I think I must understand, as a professional chess player, we see the one tournament as a whole. So it's our 13th day. So if we don't take it one game, one event, so it's basically we have another game the next day. So you gotta think of the tournament as a whole. You gotta preserve your energy. Also, you gotta prepare and sleep well. And also, I was thinking about it yesterday. We're paid not for playing. We're paid based on our performance. So if I lost yesterday, then I wouldn't have been here, and vice versa. So it's just.
Last question to Hikaru.
Last question.
Last question, because I suppose you don't do this during your candidates, yeah? Because you play a draw, always, only reason was you have to play a tournament in the evening.
No, that's not the only reason. I mean, I would have made a quick draw anyway, even if there wasn't a tournament in the evening.
Okay.
Yes, because I mean, I mean, again, I think some people will probably start talking about ratings again as well. You know, the simple fact is that at the end of the day, there's one rating that matters the most, and that's the classical chess rating, not the Rapid or the Blitz rating. And I mean, at this point, with nothing to play for, I mean, what are you going to do? I would have made a draw even if there wasn't a tournament in the event, because I'm already completely tired, and I mean, I have other things on my mind. So it's not, yeah, it doesn't change. I mean, even if I didn't have the tournament, I still would say with like 90% certainty, I would have made a quick draw because I was already very tired at that point. So that's the simple answer.
And also, we had a nice tie break today. Thank you very much for your comments, all this tournament. Thank you.